I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. For to me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, this will mean fruitful labor for me. Yet what shall I choose? I do not know. I am torn between the two. I desire to depart and be with Christ, which is better by far, but it is more necessary for you that I remain in the body. Hello, Riverwood. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. One of the spiritual disciplines that Martin has talked about recently is submission, a willingness to totally give oneself over to the will of God, a surrender, not in the sense of giving up, but in the sense of totally trusting in God, knowing that His love and mercy and grace will do what is best for us. We get a glimpse of that in what Paul says in these verses. I see at least two longings of Paul here. One is to exalt Christ in every possible way, even if it means death. Paul is willing to put his own life, his own wishes, and even his own needs behind the glory of Christ and behind spreading the gospel of Christ. And when we look at the life of Paul, we see that he did that in all the things he did. He was committed to following God and following Christ in every way. A second longing of Paul in these verses is to be with Christ. He says that it is better by far. That's not a death wish, and it's not an expression of some kind of depression or suicidal tendency. It's a knowledge by faith that nothing on earth, no matter what, can possibly compare with the glory of Jesus enthroned in heaven. It's an awareness that his physical life isn't what it's really all about. What's important is our eternal soul, our spirit, and being with God throughout eternity. Let's look at the last thing that Paul says in this passage. It is more necessary for you that I remain in the body. In order to exalt Christ and glorify God and benefit the Philippians, Paul is not only willing to give his life, he's willing to give up his desires and put them on a back burner in order to do God's will. I encourage each of us to seek to exalt God in all that we do and to see the beauty of submitting ourselves and our desires to His will. I pray that your day is full of blessings.